Hey Divas, welcome and welcome back. It's your girl Keisha here with another video, and we are still in Vlogmas and we're still setting up my budget savvy planner for 2025. So if you like budgeting, cash stuffing, planning, organization, every and all things that have to do with your money, I would love for you to subscribe, but more importantly, don't move. All right, Diva, well, this is the third video that we're working on my budget savvy planner. And if you caught yesterday's video, my previous video, we started setting up our trackers. So I have been jumping around in the planner a bit, like I haven't set up my annual goals or anything like that. Like I mentioned in the previous videos, like I kind of want to do the prep work before I can get to the annual goals. And for me, setting up the prep work is like setting up my my debt payoffs, my sinking funds. So the last video, I set up my sinking funds. So now I know what my savings goal needs to be for 2025. The next practical thing for me to do is set up my debt payment. But girl, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to put pen to paper to see what I owe. I'm not ready. So today we are going to get out of the tracker section just for today, just for a quick little light one. And we are going to head over to finances, the finances section. And in this section is really the beginning of the actual budget, like all the monthly tabs fall within the finance section. But the very first part of this section is the budget categories. And today I want to talk to you about setting up budget categories for your budget in 2025. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with what budgeting categories are, they're exactly what the title says. It's categorizing your expenses. So every dollar you spend or every dollar you bring in should fall within some kind of category, because that way when you are doing your budget, at least you'll be able to tell which pot of money is the majority of your spending going. For example, if you bring in $1,000 a week and you eat out a lot, you can say, oh man, I'm spending 50% of my income on food. I'm spending this much amount of money on food. I'm spending this certain amount, but I'm only spending $200 towards debt. So now I can adjust my food budget because now I know my numbers. I know where I'm spending my money. So when you get this workbook, you also get this budget category breakdown. And someone asked me in the previous video about the sinking funds worksheet. So I'm going to offer the budget category worksheet by itself as well. If you just want to print this out, maybe you already have your budgeting system, but you just want this as a reference guide, because I've already done the work for the most part. So I'm going to quickly run through each of the categories. So under income, we have paycheck, side hustle, child support, any kind of income you're bringing. This could be alimony, any kind of income you have coming in. Home, I like to know how much my home costs me to run. If someone said, I'm gonna come pay your bills for a month, do you know what your bills are? Right? So a category like this will help you get that. So under your home category, we have mortgage or rent, your utilities, home repairs, anything that has to do with your house and keeping the light on and keeping the roof over your head will go under the home category. Next is insurance. Can be health insurance, life insurance, dental insurance. Any kind of insurance you have will be in its own bucket of money. Next is savings, emergency funds, sinking funds, retirement, investing. Anything that you're literally saving for will be considered go in your savings budget category. Food will be groceries and dining out. Now, in my personal budget, I break out the two because I really want to see how much am I spending on groceries versus how much do I spend on dining out. But that's just me personally taking an extra step to break it down. And since I created this for the masses, I want it to be a little bit more general than such a specific thing for me. But you can have a food category. Next is personal. This could be beauty, makeup, clothing, shoes, self-care, anything that's specific to you. Your self-care, your mental health, whatever you need to do to take care of you, whatever brings you joy, that'll be your personal and beauty. Debt is just that, girl. Credit cards, loan, personal loans, whatever. You can even put your auto loan in here if you want to. Next is children, if this is applicable to you. So anything that involves your kids' clothing, activities, daycare, camp. I also put like my kids' school lunch in here. field trip, sports, anything related to them that's only unique to them, I'll put under my kids. Next is miscellaneous. That's something that doesn't fall within anything here, just something random. A parking ticket. Maybe you purchased your mother something, y'all were out eating and you bought her a coffee. Just random stuff that does not fall within any of these other budgeting categories. Okay? Holidays, birthdays, Christmas, graduation, Valentine's Day, all of those sorts of celebrations you will put under holidays. Business or work, so uniform or clothing, equipment, tools, supplies. So for me, as a small business owner, I'll put my Canva subscription, Adobe subscription, like all of those things that I use for my business, I will put under here. If I'm paying for inventory, right? Anything like that, I will put under business. Vacation, transportation, lodging, food, activities. This really could be called travel. And you might get a real-time correction on this one, because I think travel makes this a little bit more broader. So when you are the creator of a product, you have the ability to change this. So that will be changed to travel. So anyone who ordered this book, it will say travel instead of vacation, okay? Next is transportation. So this includes payments, car payments, registration at the DMV, gas, maintenance, parking, tolls, public transportation. Anything where you're moving about will be transportation. If you don't have a car, but you're paying to get on the metro or the subway, all of that will be considered transportation. Next is wellness, dental, medical, gym membership. And this is different from insurances, okay? So this is if you go to the dentist and you have a copay. Okay, if you go to CVS and you need to buy some cough medicine, like this is what wellness will be. Subscriptions are just that: Netflix, Disney Plus, Apple subscription, all of the things. For your pets, budget for your pet needs, your vet expenses, pet food, vitamins, toys. I have pet insurance, but I still categorize that under my pet because, again, I like to see in totality what my dog is costing me per month. So I can say, girl, go out and get a job because you're costing me X amount of money per month. And then entertainment, going out, right? Having fun, going to the movies, going to a concert, just doing whatever brings you joy. Even for me, let's say I buy some beer because my husband drinks Coronas or something like that. I still put that under entertainment because I don't want that coming out of my food budget because it's not really food. He wants to be able to relax, enjoy himself when he's watching a football game. So I put that under entertainment. That's just me. I mean, you can put that under any category that makes sense, but I'm just saying that's how I consider entertainment. Anything that's going to bring me joy or bring someone in my family joy. And then the other three categories I left blank because this is the general categories. This is the generalization of categories that most people have, but there could be some things that are just unique and specific for you. So for one, I'm going to add one right now for me. And I was really trying to figure out what to call this category. Last year, I just had a bunch of different things, and once I write it down, I'll explain what it is. So this category for me is going to be family. And for this, it's a bunch of random things that we do within our family. And I just didn't want to have different categories for it. So I'm going to show you what they are. The first one is allowances. I really had nowhere else to put that. And so last year, it was just kind of like its own thing, just hanging out there. Okay. The next is kind of random, and that's coffee. My husband and I enjoy a good cup of joe. So I was just like, girl, where do I put these two things? And that's really just it. Allowance and coffee. And that's for my family. Those are the two catch-alls that I just could not figure out. And it wasn't deserving of its own category. So I was like, okay, family. And then I just have space here because if there's any other random thing that I see we spend like a recurring amount, no matter how small it is, I will put that here as well. Okay, so these are my budget categories. You can make your own if these don't align with you, but I just recommend that you create. And how do you get to this? One, you'll be able to print this out here, because like I said, I'll offer this separately if you just want that. But two, look at the transactions from last month. If you are a debit or credit card user, see where you spend your money. Okay? And then what we're going to get into right now is the highlight method. Highlight similar transactions. And then you'll see, this is all groceries. This is all eating out. This is my insurance. This is my debt. So just highlight your transactions that are similar in the same color, and then that'll tell you your categories. That'll tell you some of this. You may think it looks nice, but you may not need all of these, right? This may not be your spending. You may not have any debt. You may not pay any insurance. Maybe someone else pays insurance for you. Who knows, right? So some of these things may not be applicable to you. So the next step in the budgeting category process is the highlight method. So just like I mentioned a second ago with my example on how you can get to your budgeting categories, is by using the highlight method. The highlight method makes it very easy for you to quickly identify similar transactions. I'm going to show you. Okay. So here's a similar one that I picked up. This is July. This was just right in front of me. So as you can see here, I can easily quickly see, okay, all the orange is subscriptions. So I can see, dagger, you have a lot of subscriptions this month, right? All my groceries, I can easily get to and see how much I spent in groceries simply by the color. Household, do I have household in here? No, that's the other one I need to add here. Household, quick, debt, quick. Okay, so the highlighted method just makes it very easy to draw your attention to similar transactions. Household, some people put this in their groceries, which is why I didn't add that, but I recommend you add it separately. I knew I was missing one. So household is paper towel, detergent, soap, like all of those things you need to get on a monthly or quarterly basis to maintain your home. Okay, so I was gonna make sure I don't have that here. Okay, so soap, paper towel, etc. That's my household items. So these are my budgeting categories for 2025, and these were the same ones I used last year. So if you saw my previous video with me, some things I purchased off of Amazon, I have a set, let me pull it over here. I currently have a set of mile liners, and I have each of the categories on here. So again, when I'm doing my budgeting, this is what I use. But I just wanted to refresh my stickers, refresh my markers, refresh my highlighters, and start brand new for 2025. So I decided to step my game up a little bit, and I made some stickers. So these are stickers you're gonna see me use throughout the book, but I didn't want to waste a sticker sheet, so I tried to create all the stickers that I would need for, setting up all my budget planners and everything this year. So everything here are the stickers that I'm going to be using on these markers. Okay, so let's get to it. I do want to keep some of the colors very similar because I kind of memorized them by heart already. So this orange right here will be subscriptions because that's what it was last time. I'm not really looking to change my system. I just want to update it. So I don't know. Look at that. And just for good measure, I'm gonna put a piece of tape on there just to make sure it withstands the test of time. Not with all your fingerprints on here, girl. Okay, cool. Good. So what I want to kind of do is make sure I have all of these categories, taken care of. So this one, I'm probably going to use for home. So this part I might speed up. So just know I'm over here getting my stickers in check. So I'm going to speed this part up. All right, girl. That might have been like 30 seconds for you, but that was a long time for me. So we set the new highlighters up. Okay, everything is all set. I try to get them as close to the colors I had last year, but this is a different colorway. I have a lot of nice bright colors, whereas this one I have a lot of, like, you know, tone, neutral type colors. So it's good. I'm excited. So one last thing, and the stickers, this is just really just extra. Well, pets, I actually did my dog's name, Sashi, and then I did pets. I didn't know that I had that. So this was just an extra step. You don't have to do that. Matter of fact, last year I just used some box stickers. Matter of fact, I'll show you real quick what I used last year. So last year I just used these box stickers that I had. These are some old Happy Planner stickers. So I just used these and wrote the name of each category on there. See? But I told you yesterday, girl, I try not to write where I don't have to write. So this year, your girl used her old noggin and printed out her stickers, okay? But that's just an extra step that you don't have to do. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to come here and highlight each of the categories. One, just so I can make sure my color, just so I can see my colors easily. And two, because I just want to use my markers. And just to, also just to make sure that I don't forget anything. And with shopping, I actually have it here under personal. Like I said, this is one of those categories that I just broke down one level lower. So you don't have to do that. I had 2 holidays. I was like, I knew I had a holiday. Ugh. And I like this color holiday better than this blue holiday. I like the blue holiday, I mean the green holiday, because green just gives me holiday vibes. I'm gonna think about this. I'll get back to it another time and make a decision. Okay, I don't have investments because that's unique to me. So food, I broke it down. Everything else I have, and I just have these 2 categories that is not listed here. But giving and investments, I don't feel like they should have their own. They're gonna have their own category. They're their own thing. Oh, I'm lying. Investments is part of my savings. I just want to see that if it's an investment or not. And then giving, I don't know if giving should be its own category, but because there's nothing that falls underneath it, right? Like there's nothing like giving and then something else. So I'm just gonna put it here just in case something else pops up. And holiday, I'm gonna go with the green version. Oof, I don't know, girl. That green don't look good. We're gonna stick with this blue version. This green is like a throw-up kind of green. So I'm gonna kindly just remove this sticker right now because I don't want to get confused when we start doing our cash stuffing. Okay, so all in all, I have, let me see how many budgeting categories we have. This 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? I think I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have 23 budgeting categories, okay? Now we could end the video right here, but since we are in the setup situation, we have one more thing to do, and this is why I love to have a disc-bound system, because now I'm gonna come over here to the trackers, okay? And one of the trackers was, or is my yearly spending tracker. So now that we've just identified all my budgeting categories, what I want to do is I'm going to write the budgeting categories in here. So when January hits, boom, I can see how much I spend in each of those categories. So I'm not going to use the highlighter for this, but I am going to use an erasable pen, preferably one of my new ones. I have blue or black. I have blue or black, but we're gonna use blue. I'm really a blue ink kind of girl. So I'm just gonna write the categories down. Okay, so let me make sure I have everything. Now, I would normally highlight these, but let's highlight them. I'm not changing the markers, so we can highlight these. Kids, we get to do this one more again. One more again. Now, savings, I don't know. I don't feel like you're a strong enough color for savings. Maybe I'll put that puke green for savings. I'm gonna try that offline. And there are a lot of different variations of blue up in here. Okay, I don't want to ruin my paper, so I need to try it on another good sheet of paper. I'll put it right here. When I'm done with this video, I need to set up the rest of my week. So, okay, let's see. So this is what it looked like, a puke green. Okay, we're talking about for savings here, okay? And then we have this yellow. Oh, now the yellow. See, the yellow got all smudged because it's on black ink. I should have thought about this a little better with the colors. I might switch a color, guys. And you know, all the time I took, I mean, I would have been better off using this for savings. Let me see. This gray. Okay, we're probably going to switch this out, but you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to keep you for that. And the last thing we're going to do, because you know we are about making our planners functional and pretty, we're going to put some stickers on here, girl. We're going to stick with these two. We're going to stick with these two budget books. And I have a little sticker of my own here. I'm going to see if I need that. But let's go to the big money energy See if you got anything tiny in here. I don't think anything I could use from that book. You know, I always like to have some sort of feminine something in here because girls rock. This might be a good size right here. Boss Babe. And then I have this little, from my little stickers, my stickers that I created as part, oh, it says cash stuffing. Oh, I thought it was just a regular, it says cash stuffing, so that's not applicable. Okay, I can't use this credit card though. I can use this. Where do you want to put this? Let's put this up there next to the budgeting categories. And I believe there's some dollar signs in here. Yep. All right. And oops, let me just put this page back and I'll give it some love as well. There is a blank page on the back, but I don't think I need to add anything right this second. All right, girl, I might just be doing a little too much. I might be doing too much. Okay, I'm telling you, I am, but we're going big in 2025, okay? We are going big, and the point is, I have all this stuff. So it's not like I'm going out to buy. I have all this stuff, so I want to use them. Have you guys thought about your word of the year next year? Like, we are in the middle of December, girl, and I'm setting up like my planners, really trying to figure out, you know, what's working for me behind the scenes. And ooh, don't go broke trying to look rich. That's a nice saying. And I am just don't know what word like I want to use for 2025. So let me know down in the comments below if you have already come up with your word, your saying. Like, did you already figure life out is what I'm asking you, because your girl over here is still on the struggle bus. I know what my priorities are next year, but trying to come up with a phrase or a word or something to sidebar, these stickers are perfect to like capture how I'm feeling. I'm still struggling with that, girl. That goes to show you how messy my desk is, that I just had these tweezers here doing my markers, and now they're gone just like that. Okay, Diva, I probably spent too much time on this one than I wanted to spend, but we got the job done. So just to recap, we set up our budgeting categories for 2025. Good, we added in a few. So once you get this, if you just want the tracker alone, if you're gonna get the book, you have 3 empty slots for you to use as your own. And then we flip back over to our trackers and we set up our yearly tracker, which looks good, right? She looks good. She looks like she's ready to get filled in. I don't want 2025 to go as fast as 2024 did, but she's ready to go. I just have one discrepancy here with savings. I don't know which color we're gonna go with, but we will figure it out. And we also put the stickers on my new highlighters, and I will make room for them in my messy little thing right here. So this will be something I need to work on during my off time. But for now, and for the sake of this video, we're just gonna drop it in here so they have a home. Well, Diva, I want to thank you for staying to the end. Hopefully you now know how to create budgeting categories on your own. Let me know in the comments below if this video was informative. Did you learn anything about budgeting categories, and or if you use budgeting categories? People are on different stages of their financial journey. Some of you are new to budgeting and want to get into the game, and some of you have been here for a minute. So let me know if you learned anything, and or if you use the budgeting category process in your budgeting system. So if you stay to the end and you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.